Lisa and Jesse, congratulations on being honored this evening at Celebration of Leaders.
Thank you.
Tell us, Lisa, why is it so important for your company to get involved and give back to the community?
That's a good question. Thank you. When we first started our company 4 years ago, almost exactly, one of the key foundations was how can we make a difference in our merchants' lives at the same time as impacting the community. And every dollar that we brought into our company, we donate a percentage back to our community. So it was just really important to us to make sure we gave back as much as we were bringing in, as much as we could help.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. And Jesse, what about for you? How is it that you company motivates employees to get involved?
Well, we volunteer, and we have a group, the employees volunteer as well. And, we're a small business just like a lot of our clients. So we want to get out there and work with the community and work with our clients and donate and volunteer as much as we can as well. So it's a really good, enjoyable thing.
It's a win-win.
Absolutely. And we're looking again forward to recognizing you later this evening. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So congratulations again on being recognized as outstanding new member. Tell us, why is it important for your organization to get involved with your local Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I think it's important because soldiers are here and living and working in this community. And I think it's important that the community understands that they have people other than the high-tech companies that are here. They're contributing to the community in different ways, and it's all very valuable for the community, for our organization to grow and the community to grow as well.
Mm-hmm. One of the things from my perspective is that it's important for soldiers to be perceived of as being part of the community. And in the Army Reserve, we have a unique soldier because the soldier in the Army Reserve is typically an employee 5 days a week in the community, and he comes to reserve drill once a month. And so this is just a way for our organization to be a part of the community, to contribute to the good things that happen on the civilian side, and to be a valued partner in all ways.
Well, thank you for your leadership, and congratulations again. We look forward later this evening to recognizing your organization.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks,
Thank
Oscar.
you. Thanks, Oscar.
Thanks.
Well, we have Michelle Rogers, the owner of Homestead Senior Care, one of the honorees of this evening. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much, and congratulations again on being recognized. So, Michelle, why is it important for your organization to get involved in the community?
So, I talk a lot about this, that it's really important for us to be engaged in the community. We are a village, and it's really important to me that we participate in our community, we give back to our community, because that's the way we make a difference. That's how we make change happen. It's also a way for us to keep abreast of really what's going on in our community. I can say that there's a lot of things happening in Mountain View, and without being involved in the chamber and the policy committee, I would not be as educated of what's going on, and I wouldn't be able to have conversations with council members and yourself about, hey, have we thought about this? Would this have a different kind of impact if we were taking a different course of action?
Well, Michelle, congratulations, and we look forward to honoring you as Outstanding Small Business of the Year.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you. So we have Jim, too, who is being recognized as Volunteer of the Year by KMVT. Jim, why is it important for you to volunteer in the community?
Well, I think it gives an extra sense of connection to the community, at least on a personal level. But I also think, in terms of part of the personal connection is that you get to give back and you get to help other people out. And in terms of my volunteer work, is just that you get to meet other people in your community and connect with them and broaden my own horizons, and hopefully you help them too. And I think that's the real the real payoff for volunteering. It is, just in addition to giving back, other people give to you just by their gratitude.
Well, Jim, congratulations again, and thank you so much for being involved and giving back of your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oscar.
So we have Alan Turner, the president of Holly Peterson Snyder, who is being recognized this evening as Outstanding Large Business of the Year. Alan, how does it feel to be recognized amongst your peers as the Outstanding Large Business in Mountain View?
We're very excited about it, Oscar, and the reason is that really it's an award for the entire firm. And You know, it really goes out to all the people in the firm, and it's really, you know, created by everybody. So we couldn't be more excited because it's really for the group. And so we're thrilled. And we've been in Mountain View since 1986, and it's really to be recognized by your peers and be in Mountain View, you know, it's very exciting for us, and we appreciate it very much.
Well, we appreciate what you do for Mountain View, and congratulations again, and we look forward to honoring you a little later this evening.
Thank you.
We have Doreen Denise, who is being recognized as Volunteer of the Year by our nonprofit Leadership Mountain View. Congratulations, Doreen.
Thanks, Oscar.
So, Doreen, how do you find time to get involved in so many different causes?
Well, you just make time every day a little bit, and one thing leads to the other, and it's just hard to stop. And when you have good things and good people you're involved with, it's hard not to be involved. So.
Well, thank you, Doreen. And in a little bit, we'll be honoring you amongst your peers. So congratulations again.
Thanks, Oscar. Thank you.
We have MJ Fogelstrom, who is being recognized this evening as Outstanding Young Business Person of the Year. Congratulations, MJ.
Thank you.
So, MJ, why would a young professional such as yourself get involved with the Chamber of Commerce?
Honestly, I think it's where you meet aspiring leaders. Definitely an entrepreneurial spirit, and it's just something you don't find everywhere. You know, I think the fact that it's economic development and bringing the community together is critical. So you just get this awesome mix of people from every walk of the community, different minds. Love it.
Well, congratulations, MJ. And later this evening, you'll be walking across stage and being honored by your peers.
Awesome. Thank you, Oscar.
We are here with Joanne Frazier, who is being recognized as Ambassador of the Year. Congratulations, Joanne. Now, you're a chamber member, but you're also an ambassador, which essentially you are also a volunteer at the chamber. Why do those two things?
The reason I volunteer as an ambassador for the chamber is, first of all, I live in Mountain View. I love Mountain View. It's very dear to me, and there are so many wonderful businesses there that I believe in promoting our community. In addition, I'm a real estate agent, and I believe in letting my clients know all the things that are available in the community.
Well, Joanne, we are extremely grateful at the Chamber, and the community is very fortunate to have you here. So congratulations, and we will see you a little bit later today.
Thank you very much.
We are here with the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation, who is being recognized as Outstanding Nonprofit of the Year. Congratulations, Tony and Ross. Now, both of you are very successful business people. Why would you start a nonprofit?
That's a great question. I've been in Mountain View my entire life, and the opportunity to actually do something and give back to the community has been something that I've always wanted to do.
Yes, I'm originally from England, but I've been here in Mountain View since 1995. So this is now home for me, and I've seen Mountain View grow even in the time that I've been here. And what's resonated with me is public safety, is the PAL, is the fire department, is the police department. And it's something that I felt that I really like to give back to, something that can really help the community, especially as we're growing.
Well, congratulations. And, you know, whenever I see successful business people, really anyone, but in your case, you really epitomize what I refer to as give to grow. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So we have Jeannie, who's being recognized by the Community Services Agency as their Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations, Jeannie.
Thank you very much, Oscar.
Now, I know you are involved in many different causes and have been volunteer for a long time. How does it feel to be recognized amongst your peers?
It feels pretty awesome, actually. It feels pretty good. I'm not sure I've ever walked into a room and seen this many people saying thank you for something that I love doing anyway. So it feels very good.
Well, Jeannie, again, thank you for giving back and being a great example to many of us of what it really takes to support our community. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the award.
We have Alan Russell, who is being recognized this evening as Outstanding Business Person of the Year. Alan, congratulations.
Thank you, Oscar.
So, Alan, what advice do you have for a business professional who might be thinking about getting involved in their community?
I think it's important to be involved in your community. The community gives us so much as far as business and referrals and connections. that it's really important to give back and to be involved in your community. The rewards are wonderful, both from a emotional side and also from a business side.
Well, you do a phenomenal job, and thank you and congratulations, and we look forward to honoring you later this evening.
Thank you, Oscar.
Welcome to the 20th Annual Celebration of Leaders. And to kick things off, I would like to introduce our board chair, Cynthia Greaves.
Hello. Thank you very much. So, in addition to being the board chair, I am a mother and wife and worker in this little town of Mountain View, and I love this place. So this evening for me is one of my favorite things of the Chamber of Commerce, because we pull together all of you fabulous people to celebrate people who make this town what it is. Through the jobs that we do or the volunteer effort that we put in, we make this place fabulous. So it's an honor to be here, and I'm so glad you're here to celebrate. I will tell you that one of the things I've observed in the past is that if you've been to kind of rubber chicken dinners before, this is not a rubber chicken dinner. This is A, excellent food, and B, the most fabulous company you could hope for, and it is, in fact, a celebration of leaders. So hoot and holler, clap and laugh, have a wonderful evening celebrating all our leaders here in the community. Okay. So this event was initially kicked off in the early days of the Chamber as the swearing in of the new board members and thanking certain people. And one of our former board chairs thought, well, let's start bringing in some not-for-profits to thank them for the good works that they were doing in the community. So it grew from there. We also now invite members of the community and the corporations to come celebrate with us. So that's how it got its start. Next, we're going to have Oscar introduce. We have a number of dignitaries, elected people, both here in our community and in the broader sphere. So Oscar's going to be introducing our dignitaries for the evening. Oscar.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce our elected officials, and you know, in this case, let us know who you voted for, okay, by screaming the Latin. Okay, so we are honored to have this evening from the office of Senator Jerry Hill, Lisa Chung. Okay, that sounded like 75 votes, Lisa. No, okay, Assemblymember Rich Gordon is in the house. And also representing the office of a newly elected Assemblymember Evan Lowe, former Councilmember Mayor of Mountain View, Margaret Abakoga. We also have County Supervisor Joe Simidian.
All right, Joe.
All right, now we're moving here to Mountain View. So our new mayor, John McAllister.
All right, John.
And our new vice mayor, Pat Showalter.
All right, Pat.
And also newly elected Mountain View City Council member, Ken Rosenberg. And from our El Camino Healthcare District Board of Directors, Julia Miller. Also from El Camino Healthcare District Board of Directors, John Zoglin. And we also have folks from City of Mountain View leadership. We have our city manager, Dan Rich.
All right, Dan.
And we are all safe because we have the Chief of Police from Mountain View, Max Bozell.
Hey, Max.
All right. Did I miss any current elected official? No? Awesome.
All right. I get to talk about some different dignitaries here. Every month on Wednesday at about the time the sparrows wake up, we have our monthly meeting of the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce. And a variety of people get up early and come in to talk about balancing the budget, creating new programs, recruiting new members, retaining the members we do have. And it's an extraordinary group of people that bring intelligence and creativity and tenacity to a small town chamber that makes us stand out from all the other chambers in the nation, I think. So I'd like to acknowledge our board of directors, our members of the board, and if you could please stand, and if you would all be so generous as to hold your applause at the end, because there are a whole bunch of them. So just hold it, and we can give them a big rousing round of applause at the end. Tom Myers, the Community Services Agency. Now hold that applause. Kim Kofer, Caldwell Banker Realty. Young Han, Go Volunteer. Cecile Courier, El Camino Hospital. Don Ghirardelli of Foothill College. Carolyn Hopkins Vasquez from the Tide House Cafe and Brewery. I know she's here. Where is she? I didn't see her. Where is she? Is she here now? Well, she's here somewhere. John Igo of Google. John Isaacs of Pacific Gas and Electric. David Jude of Dynamic Strategic Alignment. Ivo Manilov from Microsoft. Larry Moore of Larry's Auto Works. Go Larry. Debbie Villa of Live Nation. Shelley Wolf, KMVT 15 Community Television. Hey, hey, hey. Dolores Beasley, the ex officio member from NASA Ames Research Center. These are awesome people. Thank you so much for your service.
One of our core values at the Chamber is to promote our community. And each year, we partner with about 6 different nonprofit organizations, and they recognize their volunteers of the year. But before we begin, I want to just kind of highlight a little bit about the Chamber of Commerce and who we are. But before we get into that and tell you about who the Chamber of Commerce is, let me tell you who we are not. We are not your grandfather's Chamber of Commerce. We're also not the Chamber of the Community. We're not the Chamber of Charity. We're not the Chamber of Business. We're not the Chamber of Government, contrary to the belief of many people that think that we are part of the city. We're not. Thank God, we're none of that. Okay? So who are we? We are actually all these things and many more. And what do we do? We honor the past, we disrupt the present, and we embrace the future. That's right. I just want to highlight some things that we do at the Chamber, okay? First of all, for small businesses, this last year, we rolled out a free marketing program called Save Local Now for small businesses. It is an opportunity for you as a small business, as a Chamber member, to create your profile online, create events, create discounts, which you can then push through your social media account or through Save Locals Now email platform. For the consumer, for you and I, it's an opportunity not only to save money, but to be able to support local businesses. For large companies, we provide a variety of events. One of them that we have, and you have information in your program, it's one that is very important to all of us. I don't care what your ethnicity is, your gender, sexual orientation, age, or ability or disability, but diversity in the workforce is very, very important. And we have partnered with Connect, Work, Thrive, MESA, and Abilities United to put together the Workforce Diversity Summit on February 10th. So register, attend, encourage other people to come, because who knows, maybe some of those people might be your boss and you want them to hire you. We also get involved in advocacy. And advocacy, what that means to us is writing a letter of support, brokering a meeting between chamber members, city staff, elected officials. It even means endorsing candidates, which is what we did this last election year. We also have the best young professional group, Yippee. Oftentimes, Yippee is asked for mentorship and guidance from other organizations. In fact, next week, both Manny and I are going to be attending a chamber conference, which represents chambers west of the Mississippi, and I've been asked, along with another colleague, to talk about why our young professional group is so successful, and there's about 100 people that have already registered for that session. We also give back to the community. We support many causes. This is a picture of our SOAR scholarship program. And together with our chamber members and other folks in the community, we have given back over $80,000 to various groups. The community. We all, hopefully all of you know and attended the Mountain View Art and Wine Festival. The reason I highlight the Art and Wine Festival is because it is by far the best art and wine festival in the area. This will be the 44th year of the festival. And we attract over 150,000 people to the festival. As you can see, this picture literally encompasses 8 blocks of downtown Mountain View. From El Camino to Evelyn, we shut down Mountain View. Yes, we do. And the festival, it is a fundraiser for the chamber, but you know what, though? It is also a way to highlight what Mountain View does and also brings business or exposure in business to local businesses. And it's amazing. I was talking recently to a restaurant that's on Castro. They're not even a chamber member. And they said, you know what, Oscar? I have customers that year after year come from as far away as Oakdale and other places just to the Art and Wine Festival, and they come to my restaurant. So thank you very much for what it is that you do. And I don't take credit. The chamber doesn't take credit. This is a community event. So thank you to all of you for supporting the Art and Wine Festival. And then lastly, what we do here is at the chamber is, if we're not your grandfather's chamber of commerce, you know, what do? We party, right? That's right. So we celebrate. And this evening, we are here to celebrate and honor outstanding businesses and individuals and volunteers that time after time give back to our community, help events like the Art and Wine Festival and many other things come to fruition. So to kick off our program, I'd like to invite the Community Health Awareness Council, CHAC, to come up, Monique Kane.
Hi, good evening. I want to first start by thanking the Chamber for inviting us to do this again this year. And usually we honor a single individual, but I called Katrina this year and I said, there is a great company that we want to honor the whole group. So here we are to honor 360 Payment Solutions, which was founded 4 years ago by Lisa Cole and Steve Ciabatani and Jesse McDowell in March of 2011. Since then, they've grown to 20 employees, serve over 2,000 clients, and have donated over $100,000 to local charities, and they're just a startup. Prior to their inception, anyway, prior to their inception, They had always hoped to build a company that made an impact in the world in our local community. They have been fortunate to experience great success in their first few years of business, and they try to contribute to local charities as often as possible. Many of their merchants, partners, associates, friends, and families have reached out for their support to organizations that are near and dear to their hearts, CHAC being one of them. One day, out of the blue, I received an envelope from 360 Payment Solutions in which they said, we're a new startup and we want to share our profits with those of you who do the work in the community to help needy people. And so they started giving us money. Every single month, we would get a check. We got a check from their profits. And that's pretty remarkable given that they were a startup. So it is heartwarming to see a company that cares so deeply for the work of nonprofits like our CHAC and that helps those in need. I mean, they were brand new, and that's what they started doing right away. And we were so proud of this connection with them and their generosity to us that we thought, we're going to honor all 20 of them. So thank you.
Thank you.
We live in an area of inestimable wealth. We all have plenty, in fact, more than plenty. And yet among us, there are many who live in great need, who can't always feed their families and can't always make their rents. And we're very blessed to have an organization, the Community Services Agency, to fill that gap. I'd like to introduce Tom Myers to come up and acknowledge their Volunteer of the Year. Tom?
Thank you, Cynthia. Whoop, excuse me. There we go. Thank you, Cynthia. When you think about what makes a leader, very often you think about the person who's always at the microphone or at the head of the class. And sometimes the person who's the leader is the person who's actually out there getting everything done. And Jeannie Richter is one of those people who knows how to get things done. Jeannie has been the board president of Community Services Agency, and she's been a board member at Community Services Agency and a volunteer at Community Services Agency. But there are several organizations out there that could very easily be honoring Jeannie Richter up here as their volunteer at this celebration of leaders, and CSA just happens to be one of them. Jeannie is a California native. She got her degree at San Jose State. She went to work in education and very quickly zeroed in on helping those kids who needed the help the most. From that, Jeannie then went on to start serving people in general who needed help the most. And I first met Jeannie when she was working to get a child care center for low-income people built here in Mountain View. She then came on the CSA board, having volunteered for us in other capacities, but on the board of directors because of the work that we do in helping to make sure that people have food on the table and have a roof over their head in the evening. Jeannie led us like I said, as president of our board of directors, and for many years has always been very involved in the work that we do, always with her heart on her sleeve and compassion at the forefront. So Jeannie, not on behalf of CSA, but on behalf of the clients of CSA and on behalf of all of the people in need that you have helped throughout your career, thank you.
Okay, next up is El Camino YMCA.
Good evening. Thank you so much for attending this beautiful event. I am so honored to introduce our volunteer, distinguished volunteer at the El Camino YMCA, Terry Waldman. Terry has, Terry has been an instrumental volunteer for our annual campaign and has been able to change many lives here in our community. Terry, thank you so much for everything you do, and we really appreciate you. Oh, well, thank you.
You have a pen?
Thank you.
I don't see it showing up. So I've lived in Mountain View for about 16 years, and one of my absolutely favorite places is the Stevens Creek Trail. It's always got something magical about it, and yet what makes the Stevens Creek Trail is not magic, but people, really dedicated trail-loving people. So next up, I'd like to introduce Aaron Grossman to acknowledge our next Volunteer of the Year.
This is Chris Mendible, who has been around the Friends of Stevens Creek longer than I have, actually. Our organization started in '93, and almost immediately she was doing posters, T-shirts, logos, other, all our literature, the newsletters and things that make us who we are in the community. Chris, you've been fantastic. And she was telling me a story. How old was your kid? 3 at the time? 18-month-old, her little kid had little bitty hiking shoes, and she needed to make hiking shoe prints for the literature. Well, one by one, she made the shoes, printed them, and back in '93, it was a hand scanner. She had to hold her breath, and it worked. And we got the greatest little footprints on our literature. Chris has been with us for over 20 years now. And let me see a quick show of hands, those who have been on Stevens Creek Trail. Thank you. And because of Chris, we now have a public face in the community that is second to none. Thank you, Chris.
All right. KMVT, come up stage.
What's so funny? Well, thanks. Do you all know KMVT? Show of hands? Okay, or applause is better. If you know us, it's probably through our recently expanded services like workshops and after-school programs, production services, and government access coverage. But really at the heart of our station is the community productions that meet every evening. And there's 2 going on right now, and our guy who we're giving the award to is very sore that he can't be helping on those because he helps every production that comes in. It's a forum for storytelling, and I always felt that KMVT functions as a community center as well. So I was glad Oscar talked about diversity at the top because we all need a very diverse volunteer base, those of us that rely on volunteers. KMVT never had a Republican lawyer, and we got one in Jim, so it's like we have one of everything now. Our community TV side is very self-sustaining. It relies on the volunteers to keep it going. Jim is really always in the mix. He helps all the new people. He makes sure to include the new people. He says, call me only if you're desperate for help. I always am. So I'll call him up and ask him to help me do either on camera or behind the scenes. And he'll say, I'll help you if you need me to, but have you thought about using And he's not saying it to get out of helping me, I don't think. What he wants to, he always knows the people's names and what it is they want to do. That tells me that he always takes time to get to know the people that he works with every day as a volunteer, and that's really a special quality. So he produces all kinds of shows. He himself is a study in diversity. He does everything you might need behind the camera and in front. He also produces 3 shows, one about the Chamber of Commerce, one about the Republicans called The Right Side, and a comedy show called What the Bleep. So please tune in and check those out. He's whip smart, he's highly opinionated, but we forgive him because he's also very self-effacing, and we all know that he's very kind-hearted. He makes working fun every day that I come into the station. He's there as much as I am, and we're so glad to have him, and we're so glad to be presenting him this award this evening. So congratulations to Jim.
All right, now we have Leadership Mountain View, which, in case you didn't know, it is a program of the Chamber of Commerce. So, Alicia and Doreen, come on up.
One of the things I love about my role as director of this program is that no matter where I go, whether it's locally or even in Seattle recently, where 2 of my current program members just happened to be in town up there and we got together, there's always an alum in the room. So I would like for all the LMV alums in the room tonight to please stand up. That is the power. That is the power of true community leadership. To have the vice mayor, to have the chief of police, and those who run nonprofits and our community leaders to all have that same connection. Tonight we honor Doreen Denise. When we chose her, who turned their phone on? Anyone who knows me knows there's a fine when you have your ringer on during class. But I had a hidden agenda when we decided to honor Doreen. Doreen is one of those volunteers, and we all know them, as someone that always shows up, always helps out, but does not get the recognition that others do. And I've seen it time and time again, but she never complains. She never lashes out. She just shows up, and she does it. And she's also one of those volunteers that gets her family doing it with her. If any of you have worked at Art and Wine and you've seen her work the finance part of it and brings you your change, you usually see another woman that looks quite like her. And it's usually her sister who's come to visit her, and she put her to work for the entire weekend. That is why we are recognizing her tonight, because she doesn't just do it for the sake of doing it. She brings other people into it. She brings her family into it, and she brings her whole heart into it. And it was only an aside afterwards that we found out that she's also retiring from her role as VP at California Bank and Trust. So I am excited that kind of her last official role is going to be honoring or being honored as our Volunteer of the Year. So thank you, Doreen. And we also got her a little something something for her retirement that she can enjoy.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so before we announce the Chamber of Commerce our Celebration of Leaders Awards, let's draw some prizes. So we're going to do some raffle prizes. We're going to get them here. Make sure to pull out your tickets. They're bringing them.
Just so you know, I bought a whole bunch and I gave them out.
Okay.
So I can't win tonight.
Yeah, but yeah, just stand on here so you can do the.
You want to do it from right there?
Yeah, let's go around.
I'm sorry, Oscar.
No, that's fine. So Ken is going to pull.
Ken is going to pull?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell people what this is first. Very apropos here. So the first prize that we are going to raffle, and again, make sure you have your tickets out. It is from Leadership Mountain View. Shh. It's a gift basket that includes LMV t-shirt and LMV black fleece sweater. It's very nice. The Naked Desk Book, 2 pens, barefoot bottle of wine, 2 wine glasses, and 2 wine glass coasters, a candle, and a notebook, $104 value. So we have Councilmember Ken Rosenberg that's going to draw a ticket. Okay, you have your ticket out. Here we go. 297-539. 297-539. Kim Kupfer. Okay, we're going to do another one from the Beer House. This is a first of all, anyone familiar, been to the Beer House? No? Only 2 people? Come on. Let me, it's right on the corner of Castro and California Avenue. All right, it's a $50 gift card to the Beer House and a branded Stein. Okay, ticket number 297-741. 297-741. Anyone? 297-741. It's the chief. Woo! Yeah. We have 2 LMVs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Okay. So we have another LMV gift. Thank you, LMV. Again, it's a gift basket that includes a Clock Tower mug. It's different. So listen up. Clock Tower gift card. It's a $30 gift card. LMV t-shirt, LMV black fleece sweater, the Naked Desk Book, 2 pens, and a bath set. Again, $104 value. So... Okay, 297-677. 297-677. 677, the last 3 digits. No, 297-677. Going once. 297-677. Going twice. No. Okay, going 3. All right, we're going to pick another one. 297-681. 297-681. Okay, so now we're going to jump into our next half of the program. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a time for us to recognize some amazing businesses and individuals. You know what's cool about Mountain View is that it truly is the epicenter of Silicon Valley. We have startups like Quixie, Quora, Polyvore, tech incubators, like 500 startups, Y Combinator, Hacker Dojo, and others that call Mountain View their home. And we have some of the world's largest and most influential high-tech companies that are also located here. Mountain View also has 4 of our region's major healthcare organizations, Kaiser, El Camino Hospital, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, and the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. And of course, let's not forget the small businesses that are located here. Last year, we did a ribbon cutting ceremony for Stanford Electric. They celebrated their 100th anniversary. It's amazing. How many high-tech companies do you know that have been around for 100 years? That's right. No, you should really applaud for them. I look forward to Facebook being 100. I don't know. But anyways, we also are very fortunate that we have very strong, as we see before, healthy and vibrant nonprofit community. At the Chamber alone, we have about 33 nonprofits that are members of our Chamber. And we, Mountain View, it leads with its heart, mind, and soul, and it truly is a model for other cities. So we should all be proud of Mountain View, of what we are able to do as a community in just 12 square miles. So this evening, we're here again to celebrate some outstanding individuals and businesses. And the categories that we are going to be honoring is Ambassador of the Year, Outstanding Young Business Person, Outstanding Business, Young Business Person, Outstanding Business Person, Outstanding Nonprofit Organization, Outstanding New Member, Outstanding Small Business, and Outstanding Large Business. And each of the Celebration of Leaders awardees will also receive certificates of recognition from Congresswoman Anna Eshoo, State Senator Jerry Hill, Assemblymember Rich Gordon, County Supervisor Joe Simidian, and from our Mayor John McAllister of the City of Mountain View. So to kick it off is, wait, am I doing? Oh, actually, Cynthia here. We'll take her.
The Chamber of Commerce Mountain View would like to recognize Joanne Frazier of Alon Pennell Real Estate. If you could please come up. Of home. There's no place like home. And for 38 years, Joanne has been helping families find their home. She got involved with the Chamber of Commerce because she wanted to learn more about this community so she could do a better job of not just finding a house, but a place where people could raise their families, make new friends, and flourish. So that's what she's been doing, not just selling homes, but building communities. So while she's been doing this, she's also been fully vested in her time with the Chamber of Commerce. She jumped in as an ambassador, which I don't know if you're not familiar with that. When we have new members join the Chamber of Commerce, our ambassadors contact them to make sure they're aware of special events, that they get the fullest, richest benefit out of their membership. And Joanne's one of those people that will step up, call them, visit them, and reach out and make sure they feel included in part of the greater whole that is the Chamber of Commerce. So she's also done other things for the Chamber. She has been a volunteer at the Art and Wine Festival. You may see her either staffing a booth or running around with those really fancy ear sets as area captain managing chaos. And she's also a current member of the Leadership Mountain View class of 2015. So she doesn't dabble. She jumps right in. So for supporting the success of the Chamber of Commerce, and specifically for our new members of the Chamber, Joanne Fraser, thank you so much, and we honor you as our Ambassador of the Year. Thank you so much.
Okay, you guys, remember, this is a celebration of leaders. It's not a funeral convention, so whoop it up. There we go. That's right. Let's let Palo Alto know that Mountain View was in the house. All right, so now we are going to recognize outstanding young business person, Mr. MJ Fogelstrom. Yeah. Anyways, so if you didn't like that video, I'm guilty of that, MJ. Sorry, but actually, I had fun making that video, and I picked that on purpose because I got to tell you, I first met MJ in the walkway between the Chamber and City Hall. I believe at the time you were interning at the city, and I think they were walking, either they were going to go to Starbucks or they were coming to the Chamber. I don't remember exactly, but we ended up talking about our young professional group and different ways that he could get involved with the Chamber. And before you know it, and I actually have a lot of conversations like this with many people, but I never see them again, And MJ, he kept coming to different events, and he started getting involved with the Chamber, with our young professional group. And not only did he get involved, but as I mentioned earlier, heart, mind, soul, and body, everything. This guy has given so many things to our young professional group, to the Chamber. He's been the chair of our Yippee group. He, along with other folks, is the reason why I'm going to go speak next week about our young professional group. So thank you, MJ, for just being such an amazing leader. And he does it so nonchalant, just under the radar. And so I appreciate that, MJ. Thank you.
Could Alan Russell please come up, please? You get the kind of, I was expecting some dancing, actually. So in my book, Alan Russell is, well, he's being honored for Outstanding Business Person. In my book, Alan, you're kind of an everyday hero. You were born and raised and educated here. You met your wife, were married, raised your children here. You're like an ordinary guy, except for you've touched lives every day of your life. Alan has worked in financial services since 1979. He has personally directly helped more than 3,000 people get mortgages so they could afford their home and fund it. When he hasn't been helping them at work get homes, he's been all kinds of different volunteer work. He has done 10 years as a Little League coach. That takes a lot of patience and energy. He's been a volunteer with the Community Services Agency with food distribution. Go SACSA! He volunteered for 4 years with the American Cancer Society on their annual telethon, and then went on to become, for another 8 years, one of their Relay for Life cancer awareness event coordinators. And he got so good at it, they made him a regional trainer of other event planners. This guy really puts in the hours. So, Alan, there are a lot of people who show that they work for others for something that they get, and clearly you do this because it's something that you give. And I think that you personally have enriched more lives than we can count. So we thank you for both your professionalism and your generosity of spirit, and we congratulate you. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oops, let's see here. All right, sorry guys. All right, so next up we have outstanding nonprofit organization, the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation.
Be all that I can be. There's nothing I can't do. Be all that I can be. Make all my dreams come true. Be all that I can be. There's nothing I can't do. Be all that I can be. Make all my dreams come true.
Ready, man. I got my team and I'm ready, man. Take your bitch, watch me switch it and never land. That I will never land. I got a ready plan. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, so we can win. I come blocks like a world-class runner. Every day working spring ball with the summer. Blowing up like we supposed to. Got no till we go. We go show them more shit. Now we don't know us.
All right. So it really is an honor for me to present here this award to the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation. Many of you know that I have a strong commitment and passion to giving back to the community, such as the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation. And I'll tell you one thing I don't have, I mean, look at these good-looking guys. I mean, how can anyone say no when they're fundraising? Yeah, look at it. I think you just got $100 over there. No, but you know, I got to tell you, all three of them are very successful in what they do in their business, or as a police officer, and extremely busy. And I admire individuals like them who, despite having achieved their level of success in their respective careers, they view success from peak to peak, meaning that they reach the top and accomplish it, and they now have a different and higher perspective to go out there and impact many other people. And what they are doing, what they have done in a short period of time for the community, and what they will continue to do is amazing. And what's also a testament to their leadership and their character is the type of people that they are bringing on board as literally onto their organization as part of the board. And so congratulations to the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation.
So I have the privilege of introducing, it's our new member, but it's about the only thing they're new at, the 63rd Regional Support Center of the U.S. Army Reserve. Gentlemen and ladies, or gentlemen. Hey, you stole my line. So the 63rd Regional Center of the U.S. Army's history is long and rich. It goes back to 1943, and their path is called the what?
The Bloody Bayonet.
Well, I thought it was Blood and Fire, but I guess it's Bloody
Blood and
Bayonet.
Fire's the motto.
One way or the other, it's a little intimidating, but they, in their very rich history, they have received 7 presidential citations. Not some of the, and I will say, if I were to tell you about all the details that this group has achieved and how they have morphed over the years, you'll have to read it in the program because it's a page and a half, and I'm not going to read to you because you're all capable. But I will say that in their current role, based right here in our sweet Mountain View, they are in charge of 18 public affairs divisions, and they do all the administrative, facilities, and logistical support for the Army Reserve all over the place. So if there's a crisis here at home or abroad, and goodness knows there's plenty of both, it's this fine team that is the headquarters for a nation in certain parts of the world. We honor them. We're so pleased to have them be part of the chamber, especially as a new member, and hopefully years from now, one of our longstanding members. They are dedicated, they are adaptive, they are indispensable, and we honor them with our award for the Outstanding New Member of the Year award.
Okay, we are moving on to the backbone of our country's economy, recognizing the small business and home instead senior care.
Each time I make a memory, then I try to make it with you. I take a picture.
So, Home Instead Senior Care, what they do is very personal to me. I took care of my parents for several years, and now they're in a nursing facility. So what Michelle and her team, the services that they provide, really helps preserve the dignity of those that need the care. And for those of us that are caregivers, really takes a lot of pressure off of us and allows us to continue to work, pay our taxes. And one of the things about Michelle, as well as a leader, is she really leads an example to other business owners in the community and to her team. We serve on the board of the Community Services Agency. She's involved with the Alzheimer's Association. Yep. She's part of the LEADS group. She's involved in advocating not only for her business, but really for her industry. It's amazing. It really is amazing how many things you are involved in, Michelle, and what you're doing. You are leaving a huge footprint and an example for all of us. So thank you very much.
I wonder why we love working with the Chamber of Commerce. The renowned, let me back up a little bit. Sorry, the Chamber of Commerce Mountain View would like to recognize the Holly Peterson and Snyder for the outstanding large business. If you guys could come up, please. There you are. It's probably about architecture. Renowned architect Julia Morgan once said that architecture is a visual art and buildings speak for themselves. If that's the case, then buildings all over Mountain View and the surrounds are speaking up and saying, woohoo, this is a well-earned award. Holly Peterson and Snyder Architects are an amazing group of talent. I've personally worked with them. They helped build the Palo Alto Medical Foundation's Mountain View Center and Sunnyvale Center, as well as the Centennial Station here in Mountain View, which has received many accolades. I think what defines them is they are an astounding team of talent, but they're also dedicated to the lead design to make sure that it's green, it's sustainable, it's beautiful. It makes you feel good when you walk in. They build buildings that make you feel that you're part of that place, that it's full of light, and whether it's a place of healing or a place of thinking and planning, they pay attention to those details. They are truly gifted. They have been lauded by the Silicon Valley Business Journal as our Architectural Firm of the Year. It was in 2011. This is just one more award that they'll be receiving. And they're also a great unified team. They participate in community benefit activities and give both their professional talents and their time. I think they're all just a great group of people, and we're lucky to have them in Mountain View, and I am so thrilled to present them with the Outstanding Large Business Award for 2015. Holly Peterson and Snyder. Get the goodies. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys, we are going to wrap this up here. And as we end all our Celebration and Leaders events, we want to thank our sponsors and committee members. We're almost done. Shh, you guys. We'll be done in 2 minutes, promise you. So first off, I want to thank our nonprofit planning committee, Monique Kane with CHAC, Allison Hopkins with CSA, Grace with El Camino YMCA, Aaron Grossman with Francis Stevens Creek Trail, and Christina Hagan with KMVT, and last but not least, our very own Alicia Crank with LMB.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Microsoft, and the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Woohoo! Our Crystal Award sponsor, Google. Our patron sponsors, El Camino Hospital, Marilyn Geyer, Live Nation, Hotel Avante, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Santa Clara Valley Water District, Synopsys, Recology, and Symantec. Special thanks to our media sponsor. If you didn't get enough of it tonight, you can watch it on TV later at KMVT 15, our Silicon Valley community TV station that we love so much. Thank you, guys. Yes, we do.
All right, so thank you, and I hope you all really enjoyed yourself. We worked very hard to not only make this a very classy, very professional, but also at the same time have fun. And hopefully we were able to accomplish that. And I also want to thank my staff for all the work that they do, and particularly Katrina, who in a couple months will be having a baby. Yes. And also Julie Condi, who recently came on board as the interim program and events manager, former board chair and, of course, board member, and her business or her company is also a member of the chamber. So congratulations to all the recipients, the honorees, and enjoy your evening. This concludes our program. Thank you, everyone.